Hi everyone, in today's episode we are going to talk about Adobe Spark, and in particular we're going to go into the branding aspect of it. What is the very first thing that you need to do in order to manage your brand and make sure every look and feel related to your brand is consistent? We're going to look at that right after this break. Adobe Spark is really a great product. If you have the Adobe Cloud subscription, then you definitely need to use it to manage everything related to the assets and the graphic and the creative aspect of your social media designs. Let me get started by sharing my screen, and I'm going to start the Adobe Spark. Remember, Adobe Spark is a web application. You can have a Windows or a Mac variation of it, but behind the hoods, it's really a web browser-based application. So what I'm trying to say is you can actually start it directly from your browser by going to spark.adobe.com. And the very first thing you see after you log in is this beautiful dashboard, and the menu is right here on the left-hand side. The very first thing you need to do, and you remember you need to do this only once, is to click on the brand and create your very first brand. You can create a brand for every company, every brand that you have, but for the sake of this example, I'm going with Jeak, and we need to look at three aspects of our brand. This is something that over the years, Adobe Spark have kind of improved and built upon, and now it's really, really solid and nice. A few years ago, you could only manage one brand, and today you can upload as many brands as you want. So let's start with the very first brand, and you will need, very first thing you need to do is to upload your logo. My preference is to upload a PNG logo, which is having a high resolution. That to me feels like a good start. And what I usually do, I have three variations of any logo. First, I have the logo which is full color, and then I have another variation which is white, and one which is white with a drop shadow. And in cases where I need the background, where the background is not contrasting very well with my logo, then using the one with the additional drop shadow really makes it pop. So for the very first step, they're asking us to upload only one logo, but keep in mind that after we're done with this, we are actually able to upload multiple logos. So I'm going to logo color, and for the colored logo, I have three variations. I have the icon by itself, I have the icon followed by the Jeak text underneath, and the Jeak text as well. So let me start with this logo. I upload it and I'm done. Notice that at this point I'm not able to upload additional logos, and that's fine because once we are done, it's gonna open up more options for us. So the next thing is to pick our color, and for Jeak I have three colors, but the primary color that I'm thinking of using for social is really the red. At least for this year. So what we're going to do is we go here and we make sure that we replace with this color, which is the red, and we're done. The next thing is to choose our font. Now, in regards to font, and for the website Jeak, I like to use Lato. And for headings, I like to use the Lato Black, and for body, I like to use the Lato Regular. This is a free open source font, which is also available in Google Fonts. So if you ever want to have access or include that font on your Windows or Mac, you can always head to Google Fonts and download the necessary files. And There might be cases where the font that you would like to use is not available inside of Adobe Spark. So it'll be a great way for you to upload those files, and I'll show you how you go about doing that. But for now, let's see if the font exists. I'm going to choose your font. I clicked on it, and right here, the Lato Bold is available. So I'm clicking on that. And this is the very first step, and this is pretty much it you need to do. Then you click next. It's asking us for a name for a brand, and that's Jeak. And I click on. Just wait for a few seconds, and it's done. Our first brand is created. But notice that we're not done yet. Now more options have been opened up for us, and you better make use of those, because this is really the power of Adobe Spark. That extra spice that it adds to your brand. For example, here, if I click on the plus sign, I'm able now to add all of my other logos. So I'm going to add this one. I'm adding the one with the full 4 letters. Now I'm done with the colored version, so I can go back to the white and upload these 3 as well. You could upload them all at once, or if you choose to, you can upload one by one. I like to upload one by one because it gives me the option of having those sorted in a particular order. And finally, I have another version which is with a bit of more drop shadow. That is more contrasting. So there it is. And now at any point you want to pick one logo to use. Though you have all these logos as assets in the backend, you have the ability to choose only one, or to make one as primary. So now if I want this to be my primary, I need to click on these 3 dots and click on the star here where it says make primary, and then replace. And by doing that, now my primary logo is the white with drop shadow. Once I'm done, I hit X, and now if you would like to add additional colors, you can also do the same. So this is my red, the primary color, but if I want to do the secondary one, let me head here to my colors. I would like to do the blue. So I click on the plus icon, click on the plus again, and enter the hexacode here. Similarly, I'm going to do the same for the third color, which is the green. And once I'm done, I hit the X. As you can see, the colors are here. Remember, again, in terms of colors, just the way we talked about logo, it's one primary color that you get to choose, that you get to use, but you could choose more if you want to. You just have to be explicit and say, hey, I want to make the blue as my primary color. Because if you don't, then it's not going to work. Similarly, we can do the green. Now, in terms of the font, now we are able to open up more options, and under the heading, we have the option to choose the body font. And let's see if we select here. There you go. We have now the Lato regular as the font to be used in the body of this, of all of our creatives. And this pretty much is it. We are able now, as you can see, you have a bunch of designs that have been randomly generated for you. Now, Adobe Spark has tons of templates that you can use. You can even mimic a design which is created by someone else and kind of get the look and feel very quickly, very easily, or you can create your own templates and be consistent about your brand and how your images and text and font and logos would work together, maybe because you want them all to be in a particular way. And this is really your choice. So that would be obviously the topic of another episode where we will dig into the templates and all the other bells and whistles of Adobe Spark. But this is your first step. Make sure you do it right. And once it's there for you, you can forget about it and you can just you can go about designing anything that you want. Remember, this is a very important step. Make sure you do it. And before I say goodbye to you today, I wanted to make sure that you understand that if you're done with a brand, it's very easy to delete it as well. And I'm going to show you. Don't do it, but in case you're done with a certain brand, you don't need to design anything for it, then you can hit the 3 icons here at the top and click on delete brand. And once you do that, even if you do it accidentally, there is a bigger confirmation telling you that if you remove this brand, you're removing it forever. All the assets and logos and fonts that you just chose and picked will be gone and you won't be able to retrieve them. So if you're fine with that, then you can click the delete. I'm happy for now, so I'm gonna hit on cancel, and I think that should be it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a lot from it, and if you did, please give it the thumbs up, and don't forget to follow us on YouTube and all of our other social media channels. Until a new episode with me, Danny, take care.